This saves you time, it's incredibly cheap to do, and it's going to ensure that all of the private label rights content that you buy is unique to you. Now, before we get started with this video, if you are interested in growing your online business without any of the hype and the BS, you're in the right place. I upload a couple of videos every single week, so please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any future videos. So we're talking all about private label rights or PLR content, and PLR content is basically content created by a professional that you buy and then you have rights to use on your websites, blogs, YouTube channels, etc. Now, many people are lazy and they will buy a PLR article pack and they will copy and paste that pack, put it onto their blog or website, hit publish and cross their fingers. Now, there's no penalty for doing so, but that isn't really the best way of going about things. You do need to rewrite your PLR, but then people are going to be saying, well, what's the point of buying PLR if you've got to rewrite it? Well, let's get straight down to this video and look at how you can do this super quickly, super cheaply, in a way that it works. So this is a sample PLR article. It's actually part of my own list building PLR package that I sell to my video content PLR members. And what a lazy person will do is they will copy this article, which they're completely entitled to do, and then they'll head on over to one of their websites, they'll paste it in there, they might change it a little bit with regards to font size, add a few images, and then they'll hit publish and cross their fingers. Now, there's no penalty for doing so. It's completely up to that person if they want to do that. But the whole purpose of using private label rights content is not just to save time, but it's to give you fresh content. But how can it be fresh if everybody does the same thing? Well, the smart marketer can head on over to a tool like this. This is called Quillbot. There's a free and premium package. I highly recommend the premium package. It's $15 a month. I'll leave a link below. And with the premium package, you can basically rewrite the content using any of these prompts. With the free one, you can only use fluency, which just changes certain words and rephrases them with synonyms. But with the creative option, which is the one I like to use, you can paste your whole article in there. So you can see 1046 words. You can click that green paraphrase button and very quickly behind the scenes, Quillbot goes and it rewrites the entire article. It gives you everything that you'll need. Now, again, there's still a few extra things that you'll need to do. This is better than nothing, but you don't just want to copy the Quillbot rewritten article as is, because occasionally they will switch out words that don't always make sense. They may, for example, change the word video to movie. If you're talking about YouTube videos, the word movie doesn't really make sense. So let's just take this anyway, so we'll copy this. Now, before we actually put this on our website, I highly recommend that you run it through a service called Copyscape. Copyscape is super cheap, and this just double checks for plagiarism. 95% of the time, Quillbot is fine, but you still want to make sure. So we've got $10.26 in premium credits. So I'll paste that whole Quillbot article in here and hit premium search, and it's going to go down to, let's just wait for a second, $10.13. So I've spent 13 cents to make sure that this is unique, fresh content. So now I know that this content is completely unique. So I can copy this, and now I can come back and I'll just delete all of the stuff in here. Let's just delete everything. One second, a bit more to delete. Let's come up to the top, or actually quite a lot more to delete. So let's delete everything first of all. Got all that deleted. Now we can paste the new Quillbot article in. So this is actually the headline, list building for newbies. So what I could do is I can put that in here, and then I can add a little bit of my own stuff. And this is what I always recommend that you do. You add a little bit of your own voice, whether that's to the title, whether that's to an introduction, whether that's to a summary. It's really important that you do add a little bit. Now, I know we buy PLR to save time, so we don't have to create content. But again, that doesn't mean that you can be really, really lazy. So for example, I could say, all you need to know, something simple there. List building for newbies could be my keyword, so I might just have that as my slug. Okay. Then what I'll do is I'll come down to the bottom first. Now I use Yoast SEO on this site. It doesn't matter whether you use all-in-one SEO, Rank Math, Smart Crawl. They're all the same. I know people will tell you different, but it doesn't matter. So that's my keyword. So then what I want to do is I want to make sure that I have my SEO title the same as my main title and a meta description. So for example, list building for newbies is what this article is all about. List building is vital when it comes to generating, and I'm making this up, an online income. So I just like to get this to green. So again, I'm going to copy this meta description and then I'm going to come over to this social section here. And I just like to keep things nice and simple, so I'll paste it in there. So that's that. Then I'll kind of come back up to the title. List building for newbies, all you need to know. Did I leave a space there? Okay, space. List building for newbies, all you need to know. I'll come right down to the bottom. That's going to be my Facebook title. It's also going to be my Twitter title. And it's also going to be in here, click back to SEO, my SEO title. So that's now green. So we've got this SEO analysis here. I don't worry about being perfect. I think if everything's perfect, it's unnatural. But I do want to, of course, get some internal links, some images, and some outbound links. Before I do, though, what I personally like to do is I like to have all of my article Verdana font and size 14 because I find that that's a little bit easier to read for people. Now personally, I like to have one paragraph, one sentence, so I'll just go through the whole thing and do that. Again, I'm not going to do the whole article now, that's just to give you an idea. We need to include headers, so I'm just going to highlight this and make this into an H2 tag. I center it, I make it bold, and for me personally, I'll have size 24, but that's just me. And then I'll come through and then I'm going to highlight this, bold, make this an H3 tag, and then I'm going to make that a size 18 and center that. So I just kind of go through and do that. So we'll kind of come down. Let's do that again for this one, bold, H3, size 18, center. We'll do the same thing again. So it's not difficult to do, but you can see there is a little bit of work. It's not just a case of copy, paste, cross your fingers. So I'll do a few more of these things just to give you an idea. So we're kind of going to do this throughout the article. Make it centered, obviously, you know, remember, split the paragraphs up. If there's a little bit of a space, I like to remove that. And eventually you'll kind of go down and you can check the SEO and the readability. Now the readability, it says here subheading distribution. I've got 2 sections of text that are longer than 300 words. That's easily changed if we just add a few more headers in there. So we'll just do that one. I won't center it now just to save time. Let's just do that one as well. See if we can get the readability to be a bit better. Let's that change it. Yeah, yes, it does. We've got one more section there. So we're going to come up. Let's do one in the middle. Maybe this one. Let's try this one. Well, that going to change things. We'll just do it as an H3 tag for now. Let's kind of come down. We've got to do one more, but there's a few other things that we've got to do. So we've got the sentences are a little bit long, and the passive voice and the reading ease. So how can we actually improve our readability? Well, obviously by making sentences shorter, let's just make that as an H2 tag. That's something that we can do manually. So when you have a mailing list, you can use email marketing too. And let's just put a colon, and then we can turn this into a bullet point. So get the idea. Okay, so let's just do that. Okay, an eye-catching title, a description of the lead magnet, and a place of visitors to input their email addresses are all common components. Okay, so let's rewrite this. What are some common components? Let's delete that. What are some common components of this landing page design? And then we can make some bullet points here. So you can see with a little bit of work, it's not difficult to improve the readability of our articles. Let's just get rid of that and apply. Okay, so let's kind of come down and we can see now that we've improved that. We've got rid of that orange thing here. Now for the flesh reading ease, what you can do is you can use a free tool. So I'm just going to show you this for real. So let's take a big section of this text. Let's take this whole first part here. So we're going to copy this. New tab, we're going to come to what's called the Hemingway app. That didn't work, did it? So let's go for Hemingway app. Hemingwayapp.com. Again, all these links will be in the description. This is completely free and we don't need to create an account or anything. We'll delete all this and paste some text in here. And this is going to tell us the readability grade of this particular paragraph or section of writing. So we can see this is grade 10. So we want to get this lower. We want to make sure that we write in layman's terms that people can understand, because even though we may be the subject matter, our audience may not be. So we want to use simple, easy sentences. So for example, this blue thing here, this is an adverb which may be unnecessary. So we can click on that and click on omit. It's no surprise. So we can actually get rid of therefore, I think. That email marketing is still one of the most successful and effective methods to communicate and to promote to clients today. So let's just get rid of that. Email marketing, that turns it from a red to a yellow, very hard to hard. We've gone down to grade 9 already. Okay. Passive voice is often something that Quillbot will generate, and you may want to turn it into the active voice. So let's see, how can we do that? For every $1 spent on email marketing, an average return of $36 is generated. So we can say, let's see, I can't think of anything off the top of my head to change that. So let's, clients, okay, period, remove that. This is, so there we've got this to grade 9. Email marketing provides a better, there you go, we've got that there. Creating an email list and implementing email marketing for your company is, okay, let's get rid of that. Let's talk more about, or let's talk about creating an email list and implementing email marketing. There we go. Period. So now we've got it down to grade 8. So what we can do is we can copy this, and I'm doing this quickly just to highlight how you can do it. We come back in here, we delete that, we paste it in, and then we've just got to go back in here and make this size 14 and Verdana font. So again, we go through the process until we are happy and we get this to green. Now, when it comes to SEO, what can we do? We want to add outbound links, inbound, internal links and images. So if I come and save this draft, first of all, I have a plugin called Link Whisper, which I highly recommend, which will give us suggestions for internal links, and it will save us tons of time. So what we want to do is we want to come down after saving it, and we want to see if there are things. Okay, so let's just bring that back down again to the bottom. Where are we? Here we are. So Link Whisper suggested links. So let's talk about creating an email list. So if I click on that, Link Whisper will automatically create an internal link using this anchor text in my post above, and it will link it to this article, which is all about a similar topic, growing your email list. Engaging content, we can click on that and it will link to this article which I published last year about making my PLR content more engaging. We can click insert links. We don't have to always take Link Whisper's suggestions, but I will to show you this. And now, that's not going to probably make my little circle green, but it is going to remove one of the things that I need to do, which is creating internal links. So let's come down to the bottom again. Let's click on SEO analysis, and you can see now internal links are there. So we want to add images and we want to add outbound links. And once we get images and outbound links done, that will turn to green. And then it'll just be a case of proofreading it, making sure that it all makes sense, adding any links to affiliate links or calls to action, that kind of stuff, adding your images, making sure that you've got your featured image as well, which is really, really important, making sure that you've clicked and put your featured image here and here as well, so if anybody shares it on Facebook and Twitter, it's going to appear nicely. And again, I cover all this in much more detail inside of my video content PLR club, but I wanted to give you an overview. So if you do invest in PLR, Don't be one of those lazy marketers that just publishes it as is on your blog. Of course you can do, but you're not going to get the results you want. You won't get penalized, as I mentioned at the start of this video. But what do you actually want from this PLR? You want to get SEO rankings. You want to make sales. You want to get commissions. To do that, to actually get the results that you want, to get people to opt into your list, you are going to need to take an article that is well written and make it yours. Add your own voice. I've got tons of other content on the video content PLR blog, so just go ahead and check that out. Again, I'll leave all of the links below. Any questions, let me know, and I've got an article all about this topic below as well. Thank you for watching. Please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Thank you for watching. If you've got any questions or you need more clarification, go and watch the video once more. Over on the right-hand side, we have some more trainings and reviews, so go and watch those as well. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already, and hit the bell notification. Other than that, ask any questions you've got below, and I'll see you soon.